Okay, raise of hands. How many of you guys use social networking? Me, I do. Statisticsbrain.com states that 98% of Americans between the ages of 18 and 24 use social networking on the daily. 98% of Americans. Wow. You know, we all know that there are very many reasons to be using social networking, whether it's education, communication, socializing, or whatever. There are a lot of cons, though, that go with that one pro, and it is bullying, procrastination, stress, anxiety, weight management issues, and the list can go on. But two of the main reasons why social networking is so powerful in today's society is because it is very readily accessible. You know, you just pull out your phone and it's there, your laptop, it's there. Also because it is free. But there are three things that we can do that can help you have a more positive effect with using social networking. Number one is to just envision and imagine your life without social networking. How would you handle that? Number two is to actually spend more time on your real life and not your cyber life. Number three is to cut down the hours or the time that you use daily on social networking sites. We all have the power and the decision to make this luxury called the internet a great experience. You know, using it wisely is key. In today's society, it is very rare to meet somebody or to come across somebody who does not have a social network or has not used one. The statistic portals provided me with these awesome charts that state that 1 out of 4 people in the world use social networking, between the ranges of 777 million monthly in Asia to where we are in North America, 181 million users monthly. Here on this chart here, it states that half of the world's population online uses Facebook. That's 51% of the online, the cyber life, use Facebook. That's just crazy to me. Google Plus, 26%, YouTube, 25%, Twitter, 22%, and I mean, the list goes on. Now, with those statistics, I just want you guys to imagine your life without social networking. You know, this utopia would have stress-free people walking around, you know, social butterflies just everywhere, and there would be a lot less mass shootings, I would hope, and cyberbullying would decrease because it is very hard to cyberbully without any social media. And also there would be no posting on YouTube of terrorists being assassinated for young kids to watch. Now this utopia would not have the statistics that our life now today has, with 700 billion minutes are spent on Facebook each month by Americans, or 250 million people access Facebook by phone a day. That's me. I'm guilty of that one. Those facts were provided by Statistic Brain. These numbers decreasing could benefit every single one of our lives for the better. Whether you admitted to using social networking or not, with numbers like these decreasing, it would just make for a happier and healthier world. Now, I want everybody who uses social media to cut down the hours. That's what I was getting at, to cut down the hours that you use daily. I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it? But the changes you will see in your life will make you happier than the retweets, likes, favorites, forwards, or whatever you look forward to online. And it would also make you realize that life outside of your smartphones or outside of your computers is not so boring after all. In the past, I know that for a fact that I have not put my 150% attention to my homework or my essays or what have you because of social networking. That is definitely the number one reason for my procrastination. And I'm not the only one that can admit that. In Pakistan, a group of teachers did a study on their students and how social networking was affecting them, and they stated the main focus of students should be education, but unfortunately today's students are emphasizing on social networking sites, which can be a complete waste of time. Social networks was only an electronic connection between users, and unfortunately has become an addiction for students, teenagers, and even adults. Now, you guys probably think that I am on those Pakistani teachers' side, which absolutely not, because I mean, I do agree that it is definitely something that is being abused, but definitely not something that should be completely rid of. Social networking can be very beneficial, you know, if you want to stay in contact with friends, you know, anywhere in the world, or family anywhere in the world, or even keeping up with the news. It can be very addicting. And as aforementioned, all I'm asking for is to just limit yourselves on the usage of the media sites and recognize the positive effects it can have in your life. One of the many things you will notice if you were to take my proposal is that you will find yourself more confident in your own skin because you won't have that nagging friend commenting bad things on your pictures or your Facebook posts or anything. You will also notice the amount of stress that has been lifted off your shoulders because the time that you have that you were spending on social networking, you'll have free to do other things that you were stressing over not doing. Also, the relationships with the people around you would definitely become healthier and happier because you will be spending more specific time with them instead of dividing your attention to the people that follow you or your friends or whatever on Facebook or Twitter or Google Plus. Now, if you decide your life is just perfect without with social networking and you should not cut down the usage, you need to think again because social networking, if it is abused, you will definitely see your life spiraling down. You will have weight management issues, stress, antisocial, and it would just not be good. CNN did a study over how social networking can affect your career, and a high school senior actually said that he deleted his Facebook because he did not want it to affect his future careers. And he was in high school, he wasn't even in college or looking for a job. This just adds on to the list of cons that social media has. What would you prefer? A very stressed, weight problematic life, or a very healthy, happy life that you have with your family and friends? I mean, I think we all kind of know the answer to that one. Social networking is used for many different reasons, but as I have mentioned, it's not always for the right reasons. There have been proven negative effects of overusing social networks, such as behavioral issues, social issues, and especially time management issues. Now, I do not have the power to decide when you will leave this world or how you'll leave it, but I can help you decide what you can do with the time that is left. Go ahead, get off the internet, and live.